So we have here the late window recap here for the 2024 Week 11 NFL season. So we have the Seattle Seahawks taking down the San Francisco 49ers. What a stunner of a game. Seattle. You thought San Francisco was winning this game with the win here in Santa Clara, but no. It was kind of like a low-scoring game here. It was first quarter. It was 3-0. Then it was 7-3. This with San Francisco with the lead after the first quarter. Then it was Seattle only scoring a field goal in the second quarter. And you thought, oh, well, Seattle has San Francisco right where they want. And they did. And with 12 seconds left in the game, Geno Smith runs 13 yards on a quarterback run for a touchdown. And he wins the game. And Brock Purdy did not have his best game. He had 21-28, 115 yards, a touchdown interception. The San Francisco 49ers are not the cream of the crop in the NFC. People were thinking, oh, the NFC is... Oh, San Francisco has a shot, it's a pretty good shot to make it to the NFC playoffs, like the NFC Championship game. But no, they do not. But they do not. So it is quite a bit of a roller coaster season for San Francisco. San Francisco has had some struggles this season. They beat the Jets, but then they struggled. They lost the Vikings. They lost the Rams. Beat the Patriots, but lost the Cardinals. They beat the Seahawks the first time. But they did beat the Seahawks the first time though. So 5-5. And we have an important matchup next Sunday against Green Bay. San Francisco does. So they have a few big games. So we will see if San Francisco can get a few wins on the season. I mean, they have a tough road coming up though. Most of their games are not going to be super easy. I mean, Green Bay is not super challenging for them, but it's not going to be all easy for them either. Buffalo is really tough. You got Chicago, which was probably the easiest game left in their schedule. LA Rams. I mean, they're a division opponent, but they're also not playing bad right now. They're like 5-5, I want to say. Rams are, yes, they're 5-5. So, and you have Miami, which with Tua Tagovailoa back, he is. So the Dolphins are going to be a formidable team to watch out for. You have the Detroit Lions, which are a really good team. Especially, they proved themselves once again why they're the best team in football. They put up 52 points at home to Jacksonville. And Jacksonville scored 6. And then you got Arizona in the final game of the season, which San Francisco lost to at home in Santa Clara. So what a game. Geno Smith did not have his best game. It's 25-32, 200 yards interception. Had the interception, no touchdowns. No passing touchdowns, but Purdy was 20 15 yards of touchdown interception. Did not play very well. And you can see right there, I mean, they were both teams actually played not bad though, actually, but it was just that the last team to have the football won the game pretty much. And they were, and Seattle did it. They win 20-17. And then we have Atlanta Denver, and Denver just blew out in the layout. Denver just proving why they're a good team in the AFC now. They were not that great before. Denver was. Denver's had some games, but they've really proven themselves, why they are a good team. Now, they're really proving themselves. They had a blocked field goal loss to Kansas City, which made Kansas City nervous. But now they got winnable games against the Raiders, against Las Vegas, Cleveland. They have a winnable game in Indianapolis. Yeah, and then they have LA Chargers, Cincinnati, and Kansas City again. So they still got a lot of good winnable games. So they could be an AFC playoff team. They could be like the 7th seed in the NFC or the AFC playoffs. I don't know why I said the NFC playoffs. They could be that 7th seed, which would be very interesting if they were to end up being the 7th seed. Then you have the game of the year so far in the NFL. Kansas City at Buffalo. Buffalo beat them 30-21. Buffalo, however, played solid football. They had Kansas City right where they wanted them. I mean, both teams had each other right where they wanted them in a tight competitive game. You don't need either team to win. But then Buffalo had the ball 23-14 and 21-23. But then just Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, ran their offense and just played solid. Used some of that clock. Both teams are efficient at using clock when they need to, and being ultra efficient. Neither team was the best. Patrick Mahomes did not have his best game, however. He had 23, 33, 206 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 receptions. Josh Allen was 27, 40, 206 yards, touchdown interception. 460 yards for Kareem Hunt, 55 yards rushing leader. Josh Allen was actually rushing leader. He had a rushing touchdown, 12 carries, 55 yards as rushing touchdown. Neither team was playing the best. Josh Allen had a reception, but Patrick Mahomes threw 2 interceptions. Patrick Mahomes is actually either leading the NFL in interceptions, or he is tied with interceptions. He's pretty up there though. But also, the time possession. Kansas City has been winning time possession lately, but Buffalo just outdid them big time. 19 more plays, and they had 107 yards. And they had 8 minutes and 6 seconds more possession. So it's just a big time of possession difference but it wasn't huge, but it's significant enough that, in those 19 plays, they were able to run a bunch of plays. And some of that plays comes down to, the end of, the first half, though, maybe 2 in short drive, but still. Man, having 19 more plays and stuff, and then also being able to work that clock when you're in the lead, and especially late in the game, when Kansas City needed to get a stop, force a field goal or get a stop, force a punt, one of those two, it didn't happen. They were able to just Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Buffaloes, he calmed down the offense, and used that and did what they smart thing, run down that clock and just win them the game. 30-21. What a game for Buffalo to knock off Kansas City Chiefs. And the Kansas City Chiefs are now 9-1 on the year. They're not undefeated. Anymore. Kansas City. So, Kansas City is. But, I mean, no team is going to be undefeated in the National Football League. No team is. However, that was a good loss. If you have a loss for Kansas City, that's a good loss to have. And we have in Kansas City, it still is a good shot to win a bunch of games. Kansas City still has like a couple, 2 win more games, or it should be 11-1. And Brown still win. Then they got the Chargers. They could lose to the Chargers in Sunday Football. But no, I mean they beat the Chargers last in Los Angeles. So you never know, maybe. But you got the winnable game against the Browns. Texans could be a loss. But Texans defense, there's like especially the NFC, and then come back, and they're sometimes like inconsistent. They played well in the first half, didn't play well as well in the second half. So we'll see. And let's get a. And the Steelers have a really shot on offense. That's going to be a good game, an excellent game between those two teams, between two really solid teams in the AFC. And you got Denver, which Denver's been actually looking pretty solid. So I could see that second matchup maybe going Denver's way. Well, I mean, it might actually go Denver's way because if it could go Denver's way because if Denver, but if Kansas City rests their stars for the playoffs, if they're like, well, we get a home game in the playoffs, well, we're winning our division, we'll rest our stars, and if we're the number one seed automatically in the playoffs, we're resting.